There's going to be a video explaining what radio is for a certain viewer asked me this recently. About 10 hours ago, we think it's a channel called Steam Train for Life, I think this thing's called. I got this comment here, asking what radio you use to listen to Vline. And what channel Vline's on, I'm going to explain it in the video. But I will explain something. I've had a lot of viewers also say these radios are illegal. It depends on what state and country you're actually in. If you're in Germany, they're banned from Germany, these radios. If you live in the UK, they're illegal, I think. If you live in America, you've got to have the ham license to speak on these radios. But listening in America is not legal. But in my country, I have spoken to my local police, close to me, Southern Police. I showed them the radio, and they told me there's no ham radio license in Victoria, and it's not illegal to transmit or receive on these radios. But it is illegal to transmit on the public transport frequency. What none of us do when we're listening to trains or trams. I'll explain the frequency here. What's the thing? The code on the Vline, standard Vline combination code, is 450050. I'm going to reply that quickly to that boy, because I just realised he wrote something different on the comments. I can write back in and I'll explain a bit more about the radio. Can't do it one-handed. So you should get that comment and I'll write it in, because the channel is on Vline. It is 450050. Or for Southern Cross Station, it's 418425. But I don't code that in because it's a bit dark. The only thing that code's good for if you're next to the C box, at the C box, North Geelong, or at Southern Cross. But the best code to have is that combination code. The top one, 450050. Now, this radio is set not to transmit on the radio. The best idea is to program the radio so it does not transmit. Mine doesn't transmit on this mode here. No, it doesn't work, the button. That's a good thing, because you don't want it transmitting anywhere on the Vline code. So if you sit down and knock the button down, you can transmit to Vline. The only one it does transmit on is my channel, the French channel. What's that one? It does transmit. Now, I'm going to show you what the original antenna looks like for this radio. So I do have the original one. There's the original antenna for this radio. It goes on there. That's how short it was originally. But now I've got a better antenna. I wouldn't recommend go ahead and buy this when you buy the radio, because this antenna is not cheap. It's about $100 this antenna. I did get it from America. It's a special antenna that picks up the railway bands better. This radio antenna does a good job as well. But in Australia, there's no law about these scanners, because I've asked the police and they say it's not illegal to own a scanner to listen to trains. And what one of the plies was from the policeman, which sounds very funny, he used to listen to trains when he was a kid, he told me. But if he did it, it's not illegal for me to do it nowadays. But it's a standard Baofeng radio I use. These are the best radios you can buy. They're cheap, they're affordable, they're about $50 a radio or $40 a radio. Depends where you look on eBay for these. You only can buy them online, you can't buy them out of the shops here, you have to buy them online only. I've had one for about 4 months. And pick up anything on this. I've got to listen to the trams and trains. What I've actually done, I've actually asked Vline, Metro and Yarra Tram. They said it's not illegal to listen in. But it is illegal to transmit. I haven't got Metro's code yet, because I haven't found them online yet. But I just looked up Vline radio frequencies. It comes up with all the frequencies. But the code I'll mention again is 450050, and I'll put that in the description as well when I upload this video in a minute. But that's the radio I use for transmitting. It's the Baofeng UV5R. These radios are easy to program. You got a special programming cable you can get for these. What's this cable here? So that's stamp Baofeng. Get the proper ones. Don't buy the cheap the fakes out there. To get one what you really get programmed for the Baofeng. Make sure you get one that says Baofeng on there. That's the best cable you can get for the Baofeng UV5. That's cheap. I think I paid about $7 for that, free shipping. From Sydney. So with the radio, I got mine from Sydney because it was on eBay for sale. But these are good radios. These they're pretty good, reliable radios. That's the end of the video explaining what radio they use. Now, when I put this video, I'm going to put it in the description what radio this is. I mean, what radio I use and the codes of Vline. That's the end of the video.